Should you have a first look on your wedding day? Here are a couple reasons why you might want to consider it. So what is a first look? A first look is a part of the wedding day that's set aside for just the bride and groom. It's the time where after they're all done up, they're going to see each other for the first time. Now traditionally, the groom is at the end of the aisle when he sees his bride. This way, the bride and groom have a private moment where they can really be present. Now, some photographers don't like them because they feel that they're set up. Myself, I'm a really big fan of them because I get the most emotion. It's the time when the bride and groom, I can really sense, really enjoy seeing. The groom loves to see his bride. She's done up, she's gorgeous. And the bride loves to see her groom all done up, whether or not she's wearing a spiffy tuxedo or he's done up in some nice tweeds. But most importantly, it's a chance for the couple to have this moment and not be in front of 1,000 eyeballs. For a lot of people, it can be difficult to be in front of a lot of people, and so you have this highly charged moment during the ceremony where the bride is coming down the aisle and the groom is there. And oftentimes when I'm photographing this moment for couples who decide to go the more traditional route, you can really see the groom kind of buckle up a little bit and try to stuff those emotions down and not really let himself go, so to speak, because he's embarrassed as a man to be crying in front of people. Generally speaking, my personal experience of shooting weddings over 15 years is that the first look really affords an authentic moment for just the bride and groom to really enjoy, the reason that they're there, the reason that both the families have gathered on that day, which is to celebrate their connection and their love. And so for that reason, I really enjoy photographing them. The second reason why I enjoy photographing first looks, and I think they are a great idea, is that generally speaking, right after that first look, we shoot it live. I let the emotions run. There's very little direction during a first look, aside from picking a location that is aesthetically pleasing and convenient, close to the location of the ceremony. The next part is really a little mini portrait session, and the great thing about that is that it's earlier in the day. If it's a hot day in the summer, you're not worn down. The groom isn't a bucket of sweat underneath that hot suit, and everybody just feels a bit more fresh. If there's time, we will add the bridal party photos right after that as well. The great part about that is that it really streamlines the rest of the day after the ceremony's done. We only need to knock off those family portraits for mom and dad, but all that fun stuff, with the exception to maybe a few more dramatic portraits of just the bride and groom, either later in the day when the light gets really dynamic, everything's pretty much done. So you can actually slide almost right from the ceremony into the cocktails. And one of the biggest complaints that couples have on their wedding day, from perhaps more of a traditional timeline, is that there's this big chunk of photography after the ceremony, and they kind of miss out on that cocktail hour. So this is a great way to get rid of a bunch of that photography before the ceremony, and what happens is the bride and groom actually are able to enjoy the cocktail. They're able to visit with family and friends who may have come from far distances away to see them on their wedding day. And overall, I think it really contributes to a much more relaxed and laid back vibe, the wedding, which is really what I want above all else. Stressful weddings aren't any fun. It's really about being in the moment. This is an important day, and it is your life. It's not just a party. So the more you can really connect with the people who are there, the friends and family who are surrounding you with their love and admiration on that really big day, I think the better. If you would like to see some of the examples of a first look, I invite you to visit my website at darrenbrownphotography.com, where you can see lots of weddings where a first look was part of their day. As always, if you would like to connect with me, please email me and we can talk about your wedding day and how I can photograph your life like you've never seen it. Until next time.